about $4,000 of his own dollars to build it. Now, the reason he had to go through all that trouble is in 1937, no one else was interested in radio astronomy. He was the only one, so he built his own radio telescope. Because of that, he was the first one with a radio telescope, and he was the only one with a radio telescope for about 10 years. During that time, he made a lot of different discoveries. Most of them were how not to build a radio telescope. Some of them were a little more of an astronomy-based, but he also mapped the radio night sky for us. He was inspired by Carl Jansky. If you look out the right-hand side of the bus, you'll see a white structure out there. That is a replica of Carl Jansky's antenna. He used the original one in 1931 when he discovered the first radio waves from space. He made that discovery while looking for sources of static in a transatlantic telephone line for Bell Labs. During the course of his investigation into static, he found 3 sources of static in that telephone line. The first 2 were from thunderstorms, and the third was a constant background hiss he was able to identify as cosmic radiation. That was the first detection of radio waves from outer space, and for that, Carl Jansky is considered the father of radio astronomy. If you look to the left, you'll see our Jansky Laboratory. The second floor, that Jansky Laboratory was named after Carl Jansky, and in front of that you'll see some flagpoles. The first flagpole on our left is the sun. These flagpoles are a 2-scale model of our solar system. The scale is 1 foot here equals 3 billion feet in space. To give you an idea what you're in for, Neptune, the last full-size planet in our solar system, is about a mile from our starting point of the sun, and Pluto, which is considered a dwarf planet, we have a half mass in recognition of that, is about 1.5 miles from the sun. Also, if it was on our 2-scale model, Primus Centauri, the closest star to our solar system, would be located in Guam. On the left-hand side is our new wing of the Jansky building. The second floor of that is where those 3 Faraday cage rooms are located that I was telling you about earlier. They take up 3/4 of that second floor, and the entire wall that's facing this parking lot is actually lined with copper on that second floor. The raised patio on the right leads to the GBT control room. When the GBT is in operation, it's controlled entirely from that room with over 1.5 miles of fiber optic cables that are buried underground. There actually isn't anyone on site at the GBT when we're using it. If you guys want to get off and take some pictures with your cell phones or digital cameras, the observation deck on the left is going to be the last place you can do that before you have to turn all those off. Does anyone want to get off and take any pictures? Now? You can come back later if you want to, but if you left, it's up to you.
No, I'll wait till that day.
Okay. So after the tour, if you want to bring your own car out here in the parking lot, you're more than welcome to park out here in the parking lot and spend all the time you want at the observation deck on our left. However, if you do have any of those electronic devices with you now, I need you to turn them all off. Yeah. We're getting ready to enter